Welcome to this YouTube channel. In this video we are going to talk about the top 10 islands to visit in 2021. So before starting this video, like this video, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for future updates. We can all agree that 2020 was not the year we expected. Numerous vacations and island getaways were put on hold, as we took a deep breath and exhaled deeply. Rather than that, we fantasized about distant lands and island retreats, and recalled what it was like to engage in a strange area. One thing is certain. We'll travel more mindfully, and with gratitude for the day when the borders open and we may hop on a boat, and hop to the next island, stroll onto those white sand or pebbled beaches, take in the pink sunset or orange sunrise, and breathe in the salty wind. I've missed traveling so much. While travel in the new world may alter, what we all seek in a holiday will remain the same. We'll be thinking harder about how we can contribute and where our money is best spent. Relaxation, fun, culture, and magical moments, but also a whole lot of appreciation for villages that struggled through the pandemic and rely on tourism to thrive. While you're on the lookout for the ideal getaway to reconnect with nature and unwind, here are 5 of the world's best islands to add to your wish list of places to visit next. Number 1. The Seychelles. These islands, located off the east coast of Africa, are pure heaven. If there is one place on earth that would convince me to abandon everything, and live in a beach hut, it would be Seychelles. Perfect beaches, crystal clear water, a plethora of islands to pick from, and all the privacy you could want for. Seychelles is my ideal destination and should be yours as well. This collection of 115 islands has everything a beach lover could want. Regrettably, these islands are somewhat pricey, yet visiting on a budget is achievable with advanced planning. The best time to visit is during the cool season, which runs from May through September. The Seychelles are comprised of 115 islands, with a total population of less than 100,000 people. The Seychelles were once a pirate haven, and rumor has it that undiscovered wealth is still buried somewhere among the islands. Number 2. The Maldives. The Maldives is a network of 1,000 islands located in the Indian Ocean, 200 are inhabited, and only 5 have any substantial population. In reality, the country consists of a collection of coral atolls that rise barely above sea level. Many of these islands were entirely destroyed by the 2004 tsunami. The government has constructed flood barriers to help mitigate the impact of future tsunamis, but the country will be one of the first to suffer the effects of climate change. These little coral islands are bordered by some of the best diving, snorkeling, and white sand beaches in the world, and are populated by friendly islanders. The islands are densely packed with private resorts, and a holiday here is also quite expensive. Bangkok Airways, fortunately, offers inexpensive flights to and from Thailand. November through May is the greatest season to visit the Maldives, as the weather is cool and dry. From June to October, the monsoon season brings wetter and hotter weather. Number 3. Koh Lipe. In Thailand's Koh Lipe, green hills and an empty beach. This semi-hidden island in southern Thailand is one of my favorites, and the month I spent here remains one of my fondest memories. On Koh Lipe, the unbelievably friendly villagers bring in the daily catch for wonderful seafood, as the island's ocean is filled with life. The accommodation is still modest, and most establishments switch off the electricity around 12 AM. A small island adjacent to this one gives good snorkeling chances. You might even come across a few reef sharks. I stayed here for over 3 weeks due to the bathtub warm water and fine sand beaches. It will perform the same function for you. Between November and March, the weather is the nicest and the crowds are the fewest. May to October sees a punishing monsoon season that completely closes down the island. The most direct route is via boat from Pak Bara. Number 4. Bali and the Gili Islands. This tourism hotspot is consistently voted one of the top islands in the world. There is enough space on Bali for everyone, the surfing is fantastic, the food is incredible, the prices are reasonable, the parties are fantastic, the locals are some of the friendliest in the world, there is a volcano to climb, and there are temples to see. Bali, without a doubt, has it all. However, Indonesia is more than Bali. Gili Islands, located close, are another great island retreat. Both sites offer a more active tropical holiday, and the weather is fairly consistent throughout the year, though April to October sees slightly drier weather. Both Bali and the Gili Islands are near enough together that you should be able to visit both during your vacation to truly see this gorgeous corner of the world. Number 5. Fiji. Despite the fact that this country contains 322 islands, less than a third of them are inhabited. While the majority of the action takes place on the Western Islands, this is paradise regardless of where you go. When the term Fiji is mentioned, thoughts of tropical beaches and oceans dance in people's heads. There's a reason for it. This is one of the most wonderful spots on the planet, and with so many islands to choose from, you're sure to find one that appeals to you. It's a popular vacation for young adults and honeymooners, as it offers something for everyone: diving, sailing, snorkeling, whale watching, and serene luxury, to name a few. The majority of young people make their way to the Yasawa Island group. The temperature is rather stable throughout the year, with the exception of cyclones between November and January. Number 6. Tahiti. You know those images you constantly see of tropical villas submerged in water? That, my friends, is Tahiti. For centuries, the name has been associated with tropical paradise. Tahiti, one of the world's most popular honeymoon destinations, offers pure paradise and plenty of romance. Here, you can sunbathe, scuba dive, eat delectable seafood, and take a morning plunge just from your bungalow. The island is pricey and geared at a more affluent tourist demographic. The climate is tropical all year and extremely humid, while temperatures are slightly cooler from May to October. Tahiti is an archipelago comprised of 118 atolls and islands. In a single day, Hawaii receives more tourists than Tahiti does in a whole year. Tahiti was the first country in the world to build overwater bungalows. Number 7. Big Island, Hawaii. Hawaii's largest island offers all a visitor might want and more. However, it is distinguished from the other islands by Volcano National Park. Exploring volcanoes, climbing through ancient lava tubes, and watching as new lava pours into the water are all highlights. Then there are the island's numerous waterfalls. Big Island is a one-stop shop. After all, this is Hawaii. How could you possibly go wrong? October to March is the rainy season, albeit the weather is cooler throughout this time. Despite their proximity, each island's weather conditions can differ significantly, so you never know what to expect. The largest island in the world, Big Island is home to the world's most active volcano, Kilauea. In the United States, Hawaii is the only state that grows coffee. Big Island produces the majority of the world's macadamia nuts. Number 8. The Cook Islands. A small island in the Cook Islands that is densely forested. Another South Pacific island group. Are you seeing a pattern here? The Cook Islands are rather inaccessible, and receive significantly fewer visitors than some of their neighbors. These little islands are named after the daring explorer who discovered them, James Cook. With limited amenities, this is the ideal location for discovering your inner castaway and escaping contemporary life. The islands experience similar weather to the rest of the region, with year-round temperatures that are hot and humid. The Cook Islands are made up of 15 islands that span an area of 1.8 million square kilometers. Cook Islanders are granted New Zealand citizenship, though New Zealand citizens are not given citizenship to the Cook Islands. Maoris are indigenous to the Cook Islands, and were the first to discover and establish New Zealand. Number 9. Curaçao. This Dutch-owned island in the Caribbean Sea is idyllic. Curaçao, voted one of the best in the Caribbean, is reminiscent of tropical Holland. Although the town is constructed in the Dutch style, the surrounding lands are entirely tropical. Visit the beaches, sunbathe, and dance the night away. While this is not Gilligan's Island, what it lacks in seclusion it more than makes up for in romance and joy. The climate is rather consistent throughout the year. It is perpetually hot and typically sunny. If it rains, it will most likely occur between November and January. And don't be concerned about hurricanes because it's located outside the storm belt. Curaçao is a Dutch colony. Iguana is a popular dish that is typically served in soups or stews. For foreign women, prostitution is permitted in Curaçao, as long as they get a temporary permit. Number 10. The Perhentian Islands. In the Perhentian Islands, a deserted beach. The Perhentians are a pair of islands off Malaysia's eastern coast. Both are densely forested and feature big beaches and beautiful blue water. There is little to do here, and guests often spend their days lazing on the beach, recovering from the previous night's partying. It's the ideal location for a hammock. A monsoon season with heavy rains restricts travel dates. Visit between March and October. During the rest of the year, it's advisable to travel to Thailand, where the weather is more pleasant. Perhentian translates as stopping point in Malay, owing to the island's historical significance as a waypoint for seafarers. The Perhentian Islands consist of 2 inhabited islands and 5 uninhabited. The Perhentian Islands frequently rank among the world's greatest beach destinations. What do you think about this video? Do let us know down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.